What's your name?
Bruce Miller,
Bruce, where are you from?
Charleston, West Virginia.
How many finals events have you been to?
This is 3 now.
Third event. What's been the highlight of the weekend for you?
Probably the fire alarm.
Wait, okay, you have to explain.
At 4:15 this morning, the hotel fire alarm went off, and everybody in the building had to evacuate.
Oh man, that's no good. So what's your favorite thing of the event besides the happenings at the hotel?
Just hanging out with our friends and spending time together. We won't get to see each other for probably 5-6 more months, and just get to relax and hang out.
Gotcha. If you had some time to listen to some other vehicles besides your own?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You have some show favorites?
Tim Smith is amazing. In the lower classes, you got Joe Davis, Brian Gills. Mike's is always good, Mike Young. Of course, Mike Myers is always spot on. So that's about all I've really listened to. Oh, and Aaron Hardison's.
Would you say that over the last 3 years that you've been here that the quality of the cars has kind of improved, gone down, stayed the same? What have you seen over the last 3 years?
I think they've all improved, and it's gotten so tight at the top, nobody has any idea what's going to happen.
I am with you there. Like, you look at all the classes, and you could pick a winner just drawing out of a hat because they're all... I would not want to be a judge here this weekend. That's for sure.
No way. Yeah, because, I'd say in my class there's 10 people that could win without anybody even second-guessing it.
All right. Have any other parting thoughts?
No, just come on out to finals, have a good time, relax, hang out, and demo some cars.
All right. Good talking to you. Thanks. Who are you?
Michael Maddy.
Michael Maddy, are you here competing?
No, I'm here, kind of spectating, hanging out with the team, helping out while I can.
So you're not competing, so you can tell me who you think's going to win.
Man, I really don't. I can't say for certain, but I really like talking about like the big dog, the best of show.
Okay, so what are your show favorites?
Well, I always like Tom's truck. Haha.
Tom who?
Well, Tom Myers. It's a good truck. I like it. Scott Welch is always a good favorite. Steve Head. Michael Myers, of course, he has really good tonality. Stop-ins like butter. Brian Gill, his Mercedes is really nice. Really good room recreation. You have a good ambience in it.
Gotcha. Any surprises?
I don't like to talk bad about anyone's vehicle, but I think everyone's kind of getting to a level where, all these vehicles are sounding really, really good. But then you start getting to a level where you're kind of nitpicking at people's vehicles. There's a couple of new songs like I added. I think the biggest thing that we're hearing is with the Marketplace Flowers.
Right.
The piano, the reverb coming off the keys. I heard a lot of that, and I don't think people are really listening to that. That's probably the thing I've been listening to when I listen to vehicles.
Gotcha. All right. Where are you from?
I am from Kentucky.
So you didn't drive far at all?
2.5 hours.
Okay. So still not very far at all?
Not very far, no. Not like, I guess, some of those guys from California, they could drive a little bit further.
There are people from all over the country here, including not the country, Mexico, yeah. Canada. There's a guy walking around who flew in from Toronto by himself just to come listen to cars. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars here. Was it like 80-something cars showed up?
I don't think I ever got a final number.
It looks a little bit more fuller than last year. But yeah, everyone's kind of brought their A game this year. Like I said, it's before, you had a lot of cars that, they had some good selling cars, and then you had everyone else was, kind of in the middle or, really bad ones, I guess. But now everyone's cars, a lot of people sound good, so it's probably really hard for the judges.
I agree. I haven't listened to a whole lot of cars, but the cars that I have listened to, everything's been, 90% better, or 90% like of what I would expect a 100% car to be. So like everybody's bringing their absolute best, and that's kind of different. I've been coming to these this is my 4th year coming to finals, and especially that first couple of years, I listened to cars that had some pretty big problems, but I haven't heard problems today or this weekend.
Yeah, like I said, everyone is just, I think what we're seeing is a lot more people are sharing their knowledge.
Exactly, education.
Yeah, and I look at it like, in life you're always a student, and people are sharing their knowledge, they're learning new techniques, and their vehicles are getting better. And that's good because, people learn new stuff, try new things, and then knowledge expands. So, I think we're seeing a good thing in the industry and in the competing.
Definitely. All right. Well, I'll let you get back to bullshitting.
Yes, sir.
Have a good rest of the day.
You too.
Hello, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Bramouse Muhammad. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
You know me. Come on.
Yes, it is. It's not. I know you, Ben Zimmerman.
Where are you from?
I'm actually from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, South Milwaukee, and that's where I do most of my, installing at and everything else.
And you do all of your own install?
Yeah, I actually do all my own installing throughout the year, regardless of the weather. So I take pride in that.
That's awesome. So you're competing sound and install then?
Actually, yes. For Iasca, I'm just doing sound. No install this year, but normally I do install. For Mecca, I'm doing sound quality and install.
That's awesome. There aren't too many people that do install anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, it seems like it's a dying trend, but I see a few more people that's getting back into it. It's certainly different from the days of early 90s, mid 90s, etc. But I'm hoping that more and more people kind of get back into it.
Yeah, I'm not an installer, and I just pay people to do my stuff because when I try to do it, it turns out like poo. But it's cool that you could do that. So have you seen any fantastic installs?
Actually, I've seen some really nice installs here, and it kind of makes me wonder, why are you not competing install? But I understand that the install process is a very tedious process and can be, very taxing and overburdening. But there are a lot of nice installs here.
Yeah, I'm walking around and enjoying looking at everybody's cars for sure. Any standout cars for you as far as sound goes?
Right now, as far as sound goes, I listen to a white Volkswagen GTI.
It's Nick Adams, I think.
Nick Adams. That car sounds great. I think he has scan speakers in there. The thing sounds awesome. Very good. Very good.
Absolutely. All right. Any final words before we part?
Only thing I would say is that this is another fun year event. We'll see what happens in regards to trophies, but this has just been a relaxing time, a fun time. I'm glad to see a lot of my friends and a lot of great sounding cars, so I'm enjoying myself.
I agree. Everybody seems pretty chill. So, all right. Well, we'll see you pretty soon, hopefully, at an event.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
Hey, what's up?
Hello, Zimmerman. I'm Juan Maldonado from Monterrey, Mexico.
Mexico. So how far of a drive is that for you?
24 hours. My trips are on 2 days.
Awesome. And I've seen you here the last 3 or 4 years at least, right?
Really, 3 years here with my car.
Awesome. And you make the trek every year?
It's good, the trip.
So you iterate your system every year and make changes and make it different?
Yes, in 2 years, same system. For this year, change old system and new installation for here.
So it's a completely new system?
Yes, new system, all.
Yeah? So what's your highlight of the weekend so far? What have you heard that's been outstanding?
It's good.
Have you heard any other cars that are above average to you?
I listen many cars and Louisville, the cars in this weekend is best.
So all of them you've heard have been good?
Yes, it's good cars today.
That seems like something that everybody is saying. They're walking around listening to cars and everybody's like, I haven't heard a bad car. So I think everybody has a really good chance of winning this thing.
Yes, good chance. All system, the competitors, high level, this moment cars. Yeah. The best cars. All people change and work for better for these finals. It's difficult win today because the level the cars is the same, but all cars good.
Yeah.
Listen those car, listen this car, only car, next car. Wow, sorprendente.
Yeah, they're all fantastic.
Fantastic is a palabra.
Yeah.
Sí.
See, all right. Any other final thoughts?
What?
Any other things that you want to say?
No.
Okay. Well, it's nice talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you. My English is very bad, but understand.
That's okay. It's nice to see you.
Okay. See you too.
All right. Hello, sir.
How you doing today, Ben?
Not too bad. What's your name?
My name's Gerald Costa, and I came to the finals here from Massachusetts. About 22 hours of driving.
22 hours you drove.
2 days, yep, about 9.5 the first and 13.5 the second.
And you've been driving around. You told me that there's no competitions near where you live, so you've been driving around hours to get to every competition you go to, pretty much, right?
Pretty much. The closest sound quality competition was like 8.5 hours, yeah, actually. So there's not too many. It's all mostly SPL up in New England area, so.
Gotcha. So you must be some sort of dedicated to drive all those hours to earn your points and then to finally, at the end of the year, into the season, drive all the way here. What makes you passionate about wanting to do this?
I just wanted to try it out for 1 year and see what it was like. And so I started and I was committed, and it was fun meeting all these people and hanging out and people with similar interests. And so I didn't want to quit halfway through. So I needed to stick it out and come to finals and do it, and I did it, and it was a really heck of a time. I had a real fun time here.
That's awesome. You've got a pretty unique vehicle. You want to tell me a little bit about it? What is it?
It used to be it's a 1990. It used to be a Boston Globe delivery truck, so it's made to carry a lot of weight, and those Sunday papers are real heavy. So it's a beast to drive. It's got a big 500 cubic inch Detroit diesel, gets 10 miles per gallon, so it cost me about $1,200 to come here round trip, but it was definitely worth it. All the experience that I had here was just amazing. So
it's a big delivery truck that's now your work truck. You're an electrician, you carry all your tools in it, but the front of it's all pretty crazy. You've got a very unique system in it. You want to tell us a little bit about the system?
Yeah, I have Aerial Acoustics as a speaker manufacturer in Massachusetts, and they have their flagship model, the 20T, which I heard, and I said I have to have those drivers. They discontinued that, by the way. And so I went there and talked them into selling me the tweeters and the mid-ranges, and their custom Scan Speaks, the mid-ranges, and custom Raven ribbon tweeters. And then I have Brax 10-1s for the mid-basses and Acoustic Elegance 18 infinite baffle sub in the back, and Celestra Class A on the tweets, and a Macintosh for the mids, and Boston Acoustic GT on everything else. And I just put a new processor it's an ARC 8 with discrete op amps in it. So
nice. So did you tune the system all yourself?
I did. It's not perfect, but I like it, you know.
So another unique thing about your vehicle is that the seating position is in the center. You want to tell us a little bit about how you accomplish that?
Oh, yeah. Originally, I had 3 seats, but in order to compete, the driver's seat needed to move, so I put rails in there with a linear actuator, and you push a remote control button, and the seat moves from behind the steering wheel over to the very center of the vehicle. So that's kind of a neat thing to get equal path lengths.
Yeah, I haven't seen any other vehicles here with a setup quite like that. So it's cool that that's allowed in your seat, and it's got to assist in the overall experience in the vehicle.
Well, for sure, because being 7 foot wide, if you're behind the steering wheel, you're practically on top of the left-hand speaker, and then there's like miles between you and the right. So it's kind of a disadvantage having such a wide vehicle compared to a narrower one. You're closer to the center.
Right. Okay. Well, what's your experience been like here this weekend? Any highlights or lowlights or anything you want to share about your weekend so far?
Well, I got to listen to quite a bit of nice-sounding vehicles and hang out with old friends and meet new friends and people I've been friends with on Facebook for years and never met. And I was busy giving a lot of demos, so that was pretty fun. And then just the camaraderie here is just incredible, and everyone seems to help each other out, and it's just a wonderful, positive experience.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for the interview. Any parting words?
I don't know. May the force be with you. The sound of the force.
The sound of the force on the flat Earth.
Yeah, the flat Earth.
All right. Well, it was nice talking to you, Gerald. Thank you.
All right, Skittles later.
Bye-bye.